Yo, what's going on, guys? More 30 minutes mission stuff to look at here today. This is the 1 in 44 scale arm unit rifle and large claw. And again, if this set is looking familiar, you may recognize this from the Portanova Space Types. This is the long rifle that was included with that, and also the claw hand that was included with that kit. So if you wanted those cool option weapons kind of parts, you can now get those just with this set just by itself, rather than having to buy the whole Portanova Space Type. But that said, I do highly recommend that kit as well. It's a pretty awesome kit, but if you wanted just an extra set of this stuff, you can pick up this for just a few bucks. Shouldn't really cost you a whole lot. And like all the stuff, you can check it out on USA Gundam store. You can check out the link in the video description there down below, and use my coupon code there as well to save some more money off that stuff as well. 10% off everything there on the store. So we got an Alto and a Portanova here on the front, just showing some of these parts there, but they're all compatible with everything. You can mix and match the parts as you like. So let's take a look around the box here on this side. Nothing to see there. We got, this is number 4 in the weapons option parts line. Then on this side of the box, you can see what you get included here, the 3 parts that make up the main body of the long rifle, but you can mix and match those, as well as noted here on the front of the box. You can see the claw you can actually plug into this part of the rifle as well, the back part of the rifle. So you can mix and match these parts pretty interestingly. But there's a look at that with the Alto and then with the Portanova, so there's a couple different options. And there's with the kind of parts connected together, so these parts there connected together on the arm of the Portanova. It actually looks pretty cool there. So there's that. And then of course you can mix and match more custom parts as usual, just showing you an illustration of what you can do with those there. So for the runners, we got just 2 little runners there, and our instructions on the front here, just in full color, how to build the claw and then how to build the rifle. And then on the back here in black and white, how to equip the claw and rifle parts. So there you go, having to plug that on straight onto the arm like that. You can do that, or you can just hand hold this stuff as usual. But you can also mix and match with other different rifle parts as well, with other sets. And then there's the parts list quickly there and there at the bottom as well. Just taking a look at the runners here, we got UTB1 in gray, so you can see there's the claw parts and then a couple of the rifle parts on here as well. Then we also have runner UTB2, which is a copy of these parts over here for the claw. So let me get this put together and we'll take a look at some examples. Alright, so here is the rifle and here's the large claw, and it's exactly what you got with the Portanova Space Type. So we've seen this all before. Well, the one thing I didn't show you guys in that review that I didn't think about until later, or forgot to include in that review, is that the claw can be attached onto the rifle here like that, onto the end of the rifle anyway, and then you've just got this rifle which you can't really do anything else with there by itself as it is, but of course you could find something to do with that, I'm sure. But so yeah, that's something else that you can do with this. So, I mean, really we've seen this before. Then with the Portanova Space Type, I already took a look at this, but of course these claw bits can open up like that. You can extend these out, and you could switch them around. I mean, the way that these are plugged onto here, there's a certain way you can see like the top and bottom claws are slightly different shaped than the side claws. So that when they close up, you can see like these have that angle to them, and these are just kind of straight on. But yeah, you could, the connection is the same, so you could switch those around to being the opposite way, or just generally get more creative with that. So why don't we just take a look at some options then, shall we? So obviously we've got to try doubling up the equipment here on the Portanova Space Type, which does look pretty cool. Obviously it's going to be in a different color though, so it's not going to match just straight out the box. You will have to paint that, and I don't know about that choice. I think by making the set just as neutral gray, that is kind of better, because then it's more adaptable to kind of everything. Just kind of standard gray can work with just about anything pretty well. That said, if you did want to use this with this kit to have like double claws or double rifles or something like that, then it would have been better for the set to be in black. So I don't know, I could see the merit of saying that Bandai should have made this in black, or they should have made it in gray. Either way, I think just a little bit of paint is gonna solve that issue, no problem anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. But this set also just being pretty compatible, of course, with Alto types as well. I mean, it's just a really cool set if you just wanted some a little bit more specific kind of weaponry, and less so like the different option sets that gives you like kind of a lot of different odds and ends, or like the booster unit equipment, which was kind of more for obviously parts for like mobility, with it being focused around the booster parts there, where this one is a little bit more focused towards the actual weaponry. Of course, everything's kind of like a little bit open-ended, where these claws, you could make it look so that the claws are like actually boosters instead of actually claw weapons, or again, you could make it, like I talked about in my review of the Portanova Space Type, you could make it look like it's not so much a weapon, but more so just like a claw used for like scientific purposes, picking up rocks and stuff off of the moon or wherever you want to imagine this existing. So a lot of the stuff's kind of open-ended, but this set is definitely, I feel like, a little bit more tailored for if you wanted to add some specific kind of weaponry to your kit, obviously with the cannon and the claw. So, alright, that's gonna pretty much be it though for this set. That's got some nice detail on there, nothing really too much in the way of seam lines either, a little bit on the rifle, but that's really kind of about it. So it's just a really simple set. And again, if you just wanted it in gray, then that works. If you wanted it in a different color, it's not really going to be too much of a pain to have to paint this set up. It's pretty simple. So, but one of the last other interesting thing about this set is that it really doesn't have anything in the way of the standard like 3mm hole peg hard points in there, either positive or negative ones. So like it's not really very workable with just being able to plug onto anywhere on the kit. This set is really only specific for plugging onto the hands or the arms, or I guess the leg, I suppose, if you wanted to as well. But it was just something interesting to note that a lot of these sets are, you know, based around being able to plug things onto the different 3mm hardpoints around on the kits, where this set in particular is not made for that actually. So just worth pointing out, I suppose. Anyway, thank you guys as always for watching. If you have further questions or comments about this kit, this set, feel free to ask there down in the comment section below. Again, thank you to US Gundam Store as well for their support, guys. Check out the stuff on their site, link is down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.